EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Arizona Cardinals. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Here we go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stewart. He finds Ross. Right side. It's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Stewart now on 3rd down. Hard throw, incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Still shedding tackles. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 34 yards there and a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Operating from the gun. Wilkins got his man complete over the middle. That's Howard. Showed the nice footwork and then hit and dropped shy of the 45. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, Wilkins. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. They give them 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles. Because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now they try the right side here. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Extra point up and through. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. They'll roll him out right. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43.
Here we go. Grand 38. Grand 38. Flex round. Flex round.
Now Stewart operating from the gun. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Stewart from the gun, he'll throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback because that was awfully close.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Stewart. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And they'll run it here. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Call it a gain of 4. Leaves them with options here on 2nd and just a yard.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And they'll go on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Lucky 56.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. And on the ground they go with the running back. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Here we go now. Green 39.
To throw on 2nd down. Wilkins into a double team and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. To throw is Stewart. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Ohio. Flex round.
Here's Stewart to throw on 3rd down. And it's complete. Henry. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Throwing on 1st down. Stewart. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Second and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Flex round.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. The Cardinals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from the desert after this. The Cardinals on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, it shifts past him. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. Cardinals got to go quickly. Hustling to the line. They get it to him running left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Back to throw. Wilkins. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Deion Jones. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here comes the Bears punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Officially got to be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Here's a give to Fournette. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. Carlson able to put this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. The drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10.
Here we go. Brad 38. Brad 38.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Looking to throw on second down. Wilkins throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And down to the 36-yard line here. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Wilkins. Escaping the pressure right. And he finds Howard complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A very solid gain of 27. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And they'll run it here. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
To throw on second down, Wilkins. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are in for 6. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They're down in this game, a chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Stewart now to throw on second down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Now Stewart on 3rd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals are in for 6. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Trying to lay one up deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ken Crawley. And an alley to run. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Now Leonard Fournette twisting away. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Again, it's Fournette, and he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Stewart off the play fake. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Stewart. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the 4th. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get this.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action. Sure.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is recovered by the Cardinals. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
All right, here we go. Blue line.
Following the fumble recovery, Wilkins. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. A huge play there for Chicago. 62 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Here we go now. Blue line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw right side taken in by Pettis. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. So what can the Bears do here as they'll go for 2?
This certainly feels like they were wanting to go for 2, but weren't really sure they should go for 2. Do we, don't we, do we, don't we? And guess what ends up happening?
5-yard penalty.
That's right. Now you probably line up and kick the extra point.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. From the gun, here's McNair. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
To throw is Stewart. Throwing on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Here we go. What? 90.
Here's Stewart. Off play action. He'll buy some time right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is third and inches, and he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. They only get two there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Off play action, Stewart. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A handoff to Fournette. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit out and running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Now Fournette. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Stewart now looking to throw on 2nd down. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here.
Ohio! Come on, let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Ohio! Ohio!
The pitch to Fournette. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
And, Brandon, this is where it pays to have a big back who can take over a football game, especially in the 4th quarter when you've got the lead. Your ability to not just wear people down, but close games out.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
White, Dundee! Ohio! Ohio!
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Here we go! White, 90!
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
He'll get it up the middle. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Onto the field now come the Bears.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st down, Wilkins finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again. Wilkins. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off at the 24. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Open man is Ross, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! 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 Ohio!
Now Stewart on 1st and 10. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man. Equanimous St. Brown. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Cardinals, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Atlanta Falcons next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.